fit it. Definitely weird with that being low range, and that being high range. But it does work pretty good. I don't know if there's any oil in the deck or not, so don't want to run it too long. So, pull it back in the shop. I'd like to find another oil pressure gauge because I know it's pumping really good. Just the gauge is stuck would be my guess. Alrighty guys, that's going to be a wrap for right now until I find some more parts, so later. Customary lap around the barn, we'll see if we make it. I don't see why not. Fuel tank will be the only issue here. Slide the board out of there, I get right in there. Yep, starting to run out of fuel. Alright guys, I gotta get back inside before I run out of gas. Later. Maybe I could do it. And there you go, that's what happens when you run out of gas. I said I was about out. So guys, I was coming down here to take the broken fitting out of the bottom of the tank, and I think you guys will be able to see my problems. There is, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4. That's just what I can see real easy. There's 4 holes in this thing, real easy. So this tank is junk, which kind of sucks, but what are you gonna do? This tank was pretty rusty, but oh well. I guess I'll have to find another tank. I think the one is 57. The tank is smashed on. I don't know if the tank's any good on that. I don't know. I don't know if it's any good or not. At some point, someday, my plan is with this transmission, and I'll let you guys in on my idea here, is to build back my dad's 62 Li, which was tractor number 1, at some point. And the tractor, I'll have to look around and see if Mom happens to have any pictures of it somewhere, but the tractor was kind of like an Alice Chalmers orange, and so was the brush hog on it. It was like a real faded orange, and like a dumbass, I stripped the paint off the hood and everything, and the mower deck that was with it, and painted it red. So it's one thing on my list that I would like to do at some point. Will it be fully restored? No. I'd kind of like to do it back the way it was. I wish I don't even have pictures or video of that tractor put together, because by the time I had the 58 Li, I had it all tore apart. So that was a real early on mistake on my part that I learned the lesson from very early on. Is just because it's broke, don't take it the whole way apart. But I used that tractor, or the parts from that tractor, and a lot of other machines I got. The 58 Li was a good one, and I'm sure some parts and pieces in other places. The main thing is the 59 Li that I plow snow with all the time. That is the transmission and the block. Yeah, transmission, the block, not the cylinder or cylinder head or jug or anything. Was from the 59 and the sheet metal and stuff on that, but the rest of that is my dad's tractor, more or less. So yeah, I would like to build that back one day. That's a off subject rant, but yeah. So as far as putting a good gas tank on this, I guess I'm kind of SOL at the moment, because the one on the 44L leaks, which you guys can just see it back in between the handlebars there. That needs a handlebar, or son of a beach. That needs a gas tank. I mean, I have gas tanks on machines and stuff, but I have a bunch of junk tanks. This would be junk tank number 3. I mean, this one here, this is not worth saving just because the bottom is so rusted thin. Yeah, the one on the 44L, it just seeps from what I remember. It seeps somewhere in the middle or something. I don't remember now. It's actually been like 2 years since I screwed with the 44. I should pull it out and get it running. I was going to get it running again, but then I remembered it needed a gas tank, and you know how that goes. Anyhow, off subject. But, well, I had it running last time. I was tapping the oil pressure gauge, and I got it to work. And I also managed to crack the glass while I was doing that, but it does seem like it functions now. I'm probably going to start it up here again and just let it sit and run. I checked to make sure it was getting oil up to the gauge. It is. And then I started tapping it and it started working. So it's just sticky from sitting. And it went back down to almost 0 by itself. It's sitting at about 1 pound or so now. Yeah, you guys can see it. But it's don't really have to be like totally accurate whether it has 1 or 9 psi. But I would like to know when it has 0. You guys get my drift? So anyhow. So what happens when you mess with rusty tractors? And this carb's leaking too. The carb halves are leaking in the gasket in there. So I'm gonna have to buy some parts for this. I have no exhaust manifold. I have looked around because the only one I would want to seal it off of would be this 57, and it's broken off of it. So yeah. So I'm gonna have to buy a exhaust manifold. So basically stuff I'm going to be looking for at the moment. Exhaust manifold, gas tank for this. I could use another gas tank. Spare carbs and mags. I need another, basically the cast iron part of the front adapter and the shaft for a 400, 8000, basically a rider. And that's everything I can think of off of the top of my head. I mean, a good running motor for the 450, or not a good running motor because it runs pretty decent, but a decent motor to put on it, another Ronin. And I could always go for another Kohler powered, Kohler 12 horsepower, or 14 horsepower would be nice for that 432. That's 69 432 because it's a pretty decent tractor too. So anyhow, mowing wish list. See if I can't remember anything else that I'm totally forgetting. The steel intake tube instead of the rubber ones for on the 44. That was the main catch-22. Like the easiest part to find of the metal intake is that. And what's the one thing I don't have? I don't have that. None of my tractors have that. They all got rubber hoses on them. So, okay. Tell I'm tired, rambling on here. So, I'm going to start this baby back up and, for right now, it's probably going to get drove out of here and get put somewhere. I do not know where at this time, but might see if I got a slot in the tank garage open over there. Did I ever fill the void that was over there with anything? I don't think so. I don't think so. But I would like to mow with this thing a little bit, but until I get a gas tank, I better not. I mean, my luck, fuel line comes off, fuel runs all over the damn engine and catches fire or something. Trying to avoid that. Anyhow, like I said, I'm rambling. Talk to you guys later. Got about 9 pounds of oil pressure, which isn't too bad. Let's sit here and run out of gas, I guess. Burner. Boys, the gearbox is filled with grease, I found out. Till I get some more parts for it. Definitely really got a flame on job going on. Now you guys know why the exhaust manifolds glow red on these when they're working. Slight misfire, you know, get a foot long flame, you know, usual. I really need an exhaust manifold for this, so I wanted to run it a little bit. Actually, after I put a load to it, it smoothed out a lot. Probably got hot enough to burn the carbon out of the rings or something. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this one. Catch everybody on the next one. Later. I don't know what project that'll be, but who knows. We got tractor show prep coming up in Brownsville. Already, man. Already. I swear I was just there.